So, how many of you gamers here, whenever I say MLG or Call of Duty, associate it with something like that? Or you think of little kids screaming over Xbox Live? Well, I'm here to hopefully raise awareness and some new light onto the gamers who think of MLG in this way and associate it with, again, the little kids screaming over Xbox Live and just flashing montages. And to the non-gamers here, MLG stands for Major League Gaming, and they're an organization that sponsors tournaments for pro players to play at and to earn money in. So I've been following kind of the development of MLG and kind of Call of Duty for the last 2 years, so I feel like I know what I'm talking about versus all the people who kind of turn a blind eye to the subject and automatically turn to the image I just showed. In the speech, I'll make points on the negative views of MLG associated with it, and as well as the growth of competitive COD. And some points I'll make are the problems, the causes, and the solutions to the negative stigma associated around MLG and around the smaller growth of competitive Call of Duty. So the first problem associated with MLG is that MLG is considered a joke by many people. As by the picture I just showed you, even people inside of the esports scene consider it a joke, and they don't really think much of it, even though they still play games competitively as well. Again, it's associated with small screaming kids all over Xbox Live, screaming profanities and other inappropriate topics, along with Mountain Dew and Doritos. And parodies of these montages have appeared online over the years, ever since MLG was associated that kind of poke fun. So my second point is going to be on, the second problem is on the slower growth of competitive Call of Duty due to the fact that MLG is a joke. So according to Quantcast, a website that allows people to see views that come to the website, at the biggest event for Call of Duty, the $1 million Call of Duty Championships only reached 300,000 concurrent viewers. And comparing that to its bigger esports brethren like League, Dota 2, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive, according to websites like dailydot.com and Polygon, a gaming website, those respective esports at their biggest tournaments achieved between anywhere from $2 to $10 million prize pools, along with multiple $250,000 prize pools for CSGO, and well over 1 million viewers for each of the events. So back to the cause of MLG being associated as a joke. The cause behind this came from way early in the beginning when the scene was first established. Professional organizations like FaZe and Optic posted their legitimate montages, which consisted of flashy editing and remixed music, and it highlighted the great plays being made by these players as they were playing other teams. So amateurs would see this and they would copy it and put their own over-exaggerated, mediocre gameplays with a lot more music and just a lot more rowdiness overall. And thus the trend started for the next couple of years. These videos were used to kind of poke fun at MLG and at players who were better than them, so they could call them possibly players who could play for MLG and kind of say, you're so pro, you're so MLG. But over the last couple of years, the video making has died down, but unfortunately the footprint of the negative footprint looked upon on the organization has stayed throughout the years. So my next point is going to be about the causes of Call of Duty being smaller than its bigger esports brothers. A fact from a LA Times article told that there were about 3 billion people with PCs in the world, and the games that are bigger than Call of Duty are mostly played on PC. And whereas for Call of Duty, it's played on the Xbox One, and a Forbes article said about 12 million people have purchased Xbox Ones ever since its release, and even less amount of people than that play Call of Duty, and even a less amount of people than that have even heard of the competitive aspect of it. And another reason for the slower growth is because of a greater investment players need to make to get into the scene. You need to make a $400 investment on the Xbox One. You need a special controller, headsets, a monitor, And it's almost a $1,000 investment versus on a PC where all you really need is a headset and a mouse basically to play those games. So, and also another reason for that is because the business model of these games. Call of Duty is created by a company that's more looking to make money off of it. So a great model I saw is like Call of Duty is 90% casual, 10% competitive, whereas a game like CSGO is 10% casual and 90% competitive. So the game company needs to develop and give resources to what they think they need to make the most money out of. So in this case, Call of Duty, since 90% of the people are casual, they will cater to those 90%, and if they lose the 10%, they're still making 90% profit. Whereas in a game like CSGO, they need to cater to the competitive aspect because that's where most of their customers are coming from. So a solution to MLG being considered a negative connotation is that it's already there to stay through the years of videos, but something MLG has started doing during events is kind of use tweets and use the power of Twitter to let people to get their events trending worldwide to draw attention to it. So when people check it out and see it's not about just sniping or little kids, that it might change their mind on it, and hopefully they'll grow an interest in it, and it brings more attention to the events. A solution to the slow growth of competitive Call of Duty is there's already a big block in the investment that you need to put into the game in order to even have a chance to go pro at it. But they just recently launched Call of Duty Online in China, which follows the free-to-play with microtransaction model that other bigger esports scenes use. They could possibly maybe spread it to around the world and launch it around the world. And they also need to make a better competitive aspect of the game, as in you need to implement a better matchmaking system. So in the speech I just gave, I talked about the negative connotations of MLG and the growth of Call of Duty. I made points on why the problems and the causes and the solutions to these problems. And so I hope next time, whenever one of you guys see MLG, your mind doesn't draw to little kids on Xbox Live talking about inappropriate topics. Thank you.